What the fuck?
Hey, cuz, before we get up out of here, shit. Anything else you want to hit on?
Yeah. Hey man. Say man, I'm recording, man. You can't be back there doing that, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Huh? Forget about it. Hey, sit down. Forget about it. Forget about it.
You are uncut, man.
Yeah, so this really though, no, I was looking at the episode of Drink Champs. I seen it for the first time yesterday, and they had Steve Stoute on there, and wanted to do some track masters, and he was talking about the importance of creating a conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? Just amongst the people who had resources, or people who was just really, really talented, and that's really important because we still suffer from the syndrome that was created by, I think, slavery. Like, but I'm not saying a lot of us were here as a result of slavery, because a lot of people know that a lot of us were here like 50,000 years before the slave trade and all that. Some people are native or whatever, what have you. But the condition that was created through segregation is one that created another condition to where when we were reintegrated, now we feel like we have a new privilege. We so privileged to the point where if 2 or 3 black people were in a party or a gala and it was full of white people, they would be looking at each other through like a conflicted view. Like, this is my closest competition, this black person, not my closest ally. You know what I'm saying? And that type of thinking is hereditary, and it followed through to the point where now that we privileged and we get millions and millions and billions of dollars from entertaining people or singing and dancing, or, you know, just brandishing our talents, whatever talents we have, and creating the revenue from that. Now we got that same type of mentality, so we stand away from each other, and we are racing to spend money, racing to see who got the most money, instead of racing to create a conglomerate or create our own type of community that's self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that type of shit ever, anywhere. The Jews do that. The Russians do it. Anybody that's here by way of another country, you know what I'm saying? Koreans, Chinese, whoever. All of their money goes back to their communities, their cause, their countries, their buildings, their places of business. We don't do none of that. We be Italian clothes and German cars, and you know what I'm saying? We just had a type of thinking that's just so conflicted that we would rather have an adverse mind towards people that look like us, instead of a mind that's thinking about things that are conducive of communion, like community. So that was just interesting to me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people in positions of power, or people who are talented, or people that can make a difference or have a voice, we should all come together and create a conglomerate of our own. It doesn't mean that we have to all put all of our business into one pot or anything of that nature, but at least be associated with each other and be able to break bread with each other, because community and fellowship is more important than that pot and that money. You know what I'm saying? Rockefeller was a lonely motherfucker when he died, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of money. So I feel like we need to have communion. Like, not an idea of the church, but church is me and you feel me? And a vessel that can't be built by the hands of man, or the temple that can't be built by the hands of man. That's the human body. So when we come together and we share moments like this church right now. So we need to come together and break bread with each other, man, and have fellowship, you know. and be examples for people in different positions that look up to you or I or like Steve Stoute said, the Jim Joneses or the Nas's and all, and if they could come together and all that shit, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like our black moguls, they need to come together. Our black filmmakers, our black chefs, our black politicians, our black sports players. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas need to wake up. Y'all the talent. We could just be great. You know what I'm saying? If we just behave like everybody else at the round table in the melting pot of America. You know what I'm saying? African Americans don't got no Africa to bring that money home to. At least that's not what it's looking like, you know. So yeah, we need to create a conglomerate. That'll be interesting. If we could do that on the city level, like a municipal level, then do it on the state level, and then the federal level, just like how they operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas gotta fight fire with fire. You gotta learn the systematics. You can't just be opposed to it. Niggas don't even know what the fuck going on in the government. That shit is a language. How you gonna be opposed to that shit? You don't even know what they talking about. Well, I just don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be deeper than that, man. Firefighters learn how to fight fire by learning how fire move and what it do. You know what I'm saying? They train by running into burning buildings. So y'all niggas need to learn this shit, learn to fight with fire. You know what I'm saying? We organize like them, you know, and govern ourselves in our own communities. It's not hard. It's not hard. They gave people Little Italy because it was just a lot of Italians there. They didn't take that shit by no war, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us there, you know. We just gotta reject them places of business that's not helping us and it's not for us, you know what I'm saying? We need our own storefronts, libraries, all of that. It's not hard. We just gotta think more economically, you know what I'm saying, and stop using resources that they made for us, like the stereotypical shit. Like, you ain't always gotta rap a slam dunk of basketball or shake your ass or be a jet model or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's millions of dollars in these other businesses that we could use to make our communities self-sustain, like community resources and inter-party services, our own government party. So that'd just be interesting, you know what I'm saying? All the different talents that we got out here, which is vast, you know what I'm saying? We doing a lot of things now, you know. Stuff when I was coming up in school that people would say, oh, that's white, that's corny, why you playing? Ain't no such thing as that. We created everything. We gave Europeans everything. They language, everything. No such thing as talking white, white sports, white nothing. Y'all do it all, kids, you know what I'm saying? Because we gonna need y'all for this new generation, you know what I'm saying?